Whether you're a long-time fan of the series or a newcomer, you may be asking yourself, where in Solid Snake's name can I play the Metal Gear Solid series? Unfortunately, it's not as easy as it should be due to Konami refusing to port the games to modern consoles and also the temporary delisting of MGS 2 and 3 from digital stores. So in this video I want to share the best places you can still play the series on. Now if you want to have one home for all the mainline entries, then a PS3 is the console you want to get your hands on. The PS3 literally has all 5 of the mainline Metal Gear Solid games on it via the PSN store and with mostly physical copies too. You can even get an HD remaster of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which came with the MGS HD collection for the PS3. Peace Walker was originally a PSP game, but is a pretty significant chapter in the series, so definitely worth playing if you really want to follow the story, especially prior to playing MGS5. You can also play the very first 2 Metal Gear games via MGS3, and you can also buy MGS special missions on the PSN store, also known as VR missions in various regions. Another great option to play a lot of the series is actually the PS Vita. I almost considered making a separate video on this, as the Vita is an absolute beast for MGS games. On this handheld you can get MGS 1, 2 and 3, plus some of the PSP entries like MGS Portable Ops, Portable Ops Plus and Peace Walker. You can even get the MGS digital graphic novel, which is essentially a visual novel of the first game. Plus, just like the PS3, you can play Metal Gear 1 and 2 via MGS3. Unfortunately there's no way to play MGS4, but you can technically play MGS5 via remote play from a PS4 if you have one. If you're strictly a PC gamer, then officially you can play Metal Gear Solid 1 and 5, as they all received PC ports. There is an MGS2 PC port, but this is currently delisted. To play MGS 3 and 4 is a lot trickier, however. If you want to be very naughty, you could look into emulating those entries. You also get MGS special missions included when you purchase MGS 1 via the GOG Galaxy store. For Xbox Series owners, the situation is pretty dire at the moment. You used to be able to buy the MGS HD collection containing MGS 2 and 3 on the Xbox store, but these were also recently delisted. But you could just pick up an Xbox 360 and a physical copy of the HD collection instead. But you can play the Xbox One version of MGS5, as this is backwards compatible on the series consoles. For the PS5 you can play the PS4 version of MGS5, and you used to be able to stream MGS 2 and 3 via PS Now before it was delisted, so hopefully this will make a return soon. If you're only interested in playing MGS 1, then it might be worth picking up a PlayStation Classic, which comes with this entry installed. And of course, if you want to go truly retro, you could just pick up an original PlayStation or PlayStation 2 to play MGS 1, 2 and 3 as they were originally released. You can also get a copy of MGS2 Substance for the original Xbox, which is how I played it back in the day. If you have an interest in the portable MGS games, then the PSP not only has Portable Ops, Portable Ops Plus and Peace Walker, but also has Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2. I don't believe these 2 games were ported anywhere else, so the PSP is the place to go for these entries if you're interested. One game that never saw a remaster or port was Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, which is a remake of the first Metal Gear Solid. Despite this not being a positively received remake, I actually quite enjoy playing it from time to time. Unfortunately, the only way to officially play the game is on the GameCube by purchasing a massively overpriced physical copy of the game. However, this entry can be pretty easily emulated on PC. Finally, I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color, also known as Metal Gear Ghost Babel, or Babel, however you say it. But be warned, this cartridge goes for a pretty penny physically, so you might want to look into using a ROM to play this on the Game Boy Color, or you could emulate this on a PC, if you so choose. So those are some of the best ways to play the Metal Gear Solid series. I'm sure I've missed some methods of playing the series, so please comment below if you know of any. Hopefully Konami will one day see the value in porting these games to modern consoles to make them far more accessible. But for now, these are the best ways to play the series. And also please remember that the digital versions of MGS 2 and 3 are currently delisted, but should be returning soon. Thanks for watching and see you next time.